Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Richie Thomas, the Soldiers Coach, coming to you with your final marching orders today here on LinkedIn. So check it. I am getting destroyed in fantasy football. Oh, damn. Just cut the tape. Just cut it. I don't even want to finish this no more. I'm so sick. No one can stay healthy. Like, no one. My fantasy football team is getting killed. Like, Christian McCaffrey. Like, well, why are you even in the NFL anymore, sir? If you can't stay healthy, like, go be an accountant or something. Like, damn, go be an IT guy. Like, no one on my team is healthy. I've had Gronk traded for this guy. This bastard's missed like the last 9 games. Like, why are you on my squad, sir? So I've fallen victim to fantasy football like most Americans have, because it is better than the damn game. So for anyone not familiar, man, fantasy football is just taking over the country. You can tell by the quality of the commercials. They're running DraftKings commercials next to Bud Light and Ford, which have been the biggest sponsors for, one of the biggest businesses in the world, in National Football League. But the fact that they're running commercials and sponsoring, they got promos at the Super Bowl is just astronomical. To really wrap your brain around. And the reality is this new business, new venture known as fantasy. So you basically, for those not familiar, you pick like 9 players who you think are going to have a phenomenal game that same day. So you pick 9 players, 9 different teams, or maybe the same team, it doesn't matter, and who's going to have an awesome day based on who their opponent is. So the game doesn't matter, but you specifically pick an individual who's going to hypothetically kill it all on the same day. So it's like playing bingo with sports. I think these 9 guys are going to be amazing today. And you get points based off of that, right? And you may or may not put for money. I mean, what's the point if we're not going to put a couple dollars on? But I love fantasy football. I actually watch more time with that than the actual game itself. But it's just crazy to see it turn into like this whole business within a business. So, of course, to all my folks getting ready to transition out of the military, I am super fascinated with this whole entrepreneurial mindset. Like, not just problems, but solutions to problems, and identifying, oh wow, this is going to be a thing. This is going to be a new market. Cryptocurrency is going to be a new market. The legalization of marijuana is going to be a new market. I mean, now we're seeing a huge push for non-alcoholic craft beers is a new market. We're seeing all these new ideas. I mean, Waze, Uber Eats, DoorDash, delivery of everything. They want you to never leave your house. But anything and everything is a business. So I love to kind of help folks mentally transition from a soldier's mindset to a business professional's mindset by identifying problems in your area, and more importantly, identifying solutions to these problems. And even fantasy football was a big solution, because football and just sports in general maybe got a little bit boring. They say, hey, entrepreneurs are always asking, how can we make it better? So it doesn't matter if it's right, doesn't matter if it's wrong. The reality is there's a problem, there's a need, and entrepreneurs can basically build solutions to these problems. So someone's like, yo, this is this really dope concept of sports. We can have like 2 games in ones, where you can have a winner and a loser of a game, but you can also pick players who are going to be exceptionally well and make it a game within a game. So I'm curious as to understand, again, to my folks transitioning out of the military, how are you kind of sharpening your entrepreneurial mindset? Because the reality is you're not just a soldier, you're a business professional. In America, we are trained, unfortunately, just strictly for combat and not so much for commerce. So what 2 or 3 things can you do with entrepreneurial ideas similar to DraftKings and just fantasy football? What can you come up with in your city, your community, your neighborhood? You ain't even got to go far. What's the biggest issue in your neighborhood, your apartment complex, your gated community? What is going on that drives you absolutely nuts in your city, street, walking distance from your house that you could provide a solution to? That's exactly what they did for fantasy. They were like, the game is cool, man, if we pick certain players on certain teams to really kill it, it's actually become more entertaining than the game. All right, so how can we mentally transition from a soldier's mindset to a business professional's mindset? By identifying 2 or 3 problems in your own neighborhood. And of course, it's not just for military folks, but anybody else out there who kind of wants to sharpen their entrepreneurial mindset. Because if COVID has taught us nothing, you have got to be able to pay the rent or the mortgage more than one way, because help ain't coming, folks. All right. This is Richie Thomas, the Soldiers coach and a huge fantasy football fan. And I will tell you peace out, but the reality is most of y'all need peace in. Thank you.